All right, guys, here we go. Thursday evening, May 20th. Looking at the stock market, we're going to look at the Dow Jones. That's what's up here first. The daily chart, then the SPX, S&P 500, NASDAQ, dollar, and we'll probably look at the metals real quick. But not too bad of a day. Had this sell-off candle the previous day. Then it was bought back up. As you can see, this bottoming tail. We came in, hit our low pivot here, then this long-term uptrend line that goes back to about the 1st of April of 2020. So far it's holding. But today came up into our 20, which is, the 20 and the 200, two of the most important moving averages on your charts, whether you're using a monthly chart down to like a 2-minute chart. But anyway, as you can see, I had a little trouble here, got up over it, then sold back down. So already testing a little bit of resistance here. And then we'll see what happens when we come up here with this little minor high pivot double top area where that red dash line is that we couldn't get through. We'll see if we can retest that, get back over it, come down, retest it to see if it now holds support and then go. Or we're just going to simply roll over and test this uptrend line and our low pivot again. So it's going to be an interesting Friday to see how they do. But most times Friday, I like to, leave the retail folks happy, with a green day, up day. So we could end up popping up and over, the 20 on both the Dow and the S&P 500 that we're looking at now, the SPX. It's flatlining. The 20 is right across there, and the high pivot there. So quite a bit of resistance, but as close as we are to it, they would just have to, push it up a couple of, a percentage or two, and we'd be on top, and then we could go back to retest this high pivot and our long-term uptrend line, this blue line here. But yesterday came down, tested the low pivot, as you can see, right to the penny almost, and then got back up and over even the long-term uptrend line that goes back to October of last year. Okay, then the NASDAQ, the NDX, had a great bullish engulfing candle yesterday, followed by another one today. But as you can see, it came right up, and it's by no accident. It hit our 50% line, which is our go dash line, which is the recent all-time high to this swing low, and just the difference there, 50% of that, and of course our 20 is just right over that. So we'll see tomorrow if they can put in another one. Normally the NASDAQ will run faster on the way up, and of course it'll fall harder and faster on the way down. We tested this low pivot area and got back over our uptrend line here that went back to end of October of 20, and so here we are. And so for Friday, we're just seeing, we're going to see if they'll pop it to the upside, close it green for the day on maybe all three exchanges, Dow Jones, S&P 500, and the NASDAQ, and see if we can't get a little bit of a last day of the week run. The dollar, DXY, US dollar index, here we are right now in overnight trading, after hours trading rather. Had it slam down, then we did a 180, reverse that, then today it just, again, 180 to the downside. But since we have more red candles, the odds, probabilities that say that we probably will come down lower. And at some point, maybe it'll be into next week, we might tag this little double bottom going back to January of this year. So definitely weaker dollar, but at the same time, what's crazy is that we're not getting that. Well, it's a pretty good move in the gold market, but you would think it'd be up a little bit higher. But the only thing that's concerning now, we're well above the 20, and price never gets too far over the 20 or too far under the 20 before they eventually meet back up. So we could come back down, retest this down trend line here that we got over. We did kind of test it the other day on the 19th. Came actually back down, tested the 200. Then it was bought back up. Here we are today, and this is starting an after hours market tomorrow's candle. And not sure why it's red, because the dollar, technically is red right now. So normally you get two different, one's down, one's up, okay? And then silver is just pulling down, backfilling this space where we came up pretty hard, pretty fast over a couple of 3 days. And we'll just see if we can't consolidate sideways here. And the really bullish looking chart here as we have the 20 and the 200 met. And then high probability that the 20 keeps extending up and separating from the 200. That's generally what happens when you start this drift as we're seeing now. So looking for some good things coming out of silver, over the summer, into and over the summer. Just right quick, copper. Oh wow, okay, slam down day yesterday. We're under the 20, and I don't know if it doesn't catch a bounce pretty soon, we could come down close to this very long-term uptrend line from over a year ago, March of 20. And there's some market sentiment that says if copper is strong, like it has been, that the economy is strong, and then when it starts dipping down, and that means it's one of the leading indicators, not but one of the leading indicators that it's a weaker economy, weaker broad market out there. So we'll see. There, might be something to that. As you see other economic news coming out. Now we are above the 50, so I'm trying to look to the side here, see if we have any low pivots, high pivots as we come down in price. And you just bring it down here, and this might be a little area, right over. By that time it gets here, probably the 50 will be up there, and that probably will at least maybe get a near-term bounce if that's to be, if we can turn the market around. Plus, that'll be several candles down. Even if we get down there, we might not even get down that far, but that'll be the next level. And it probably, just right over to the, so we'll see. If it keeps dropping, we'll see if we can't get a bounce right in here. That's where I would be looking to, catch a near-term bounce as a putting a bid in this area. Okay, guys, thanks for hanging in there, watching the videos. As always, thank you so much for being members, and we will see you on the charts.